Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of that deep shit, where we connect the dots. And on today's episode, we're gonna talk about the Las Vegas shootings and Zeitgeist, what that exactly means. Zeitgeist. So before I start off, I would like to say my condolences to the people who have lost their lives in the horrific tragedy that has happened in Las Vegas. Now, I normally don't do popular pop culture videos or trending news videos. I tend to stay away, but this one I couldn't stay away from for a few different reasons. One primarily is something a little personal, is because I actually had a dream last night or this morning, not sure, about what actually, I had a dream that something happened, and people were saying, "Oh, you don't know what happened? You haven't been watching the news?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Oh my God, it's a tragedy." I'm like, "What happened?" No one would tell me what happened. And so I was searching and trying to find some type of news source to figure out what happened. They were like, the whole country's talking about it, but nobody would tell me what it was. And then when I woke up, come to find out, there has been a major tragedy that happened, and this was the first time I've ever had a dream or vision like that. So I've been kind of rattled the whole day, but nonetheless, and I'm going to do a video about. I think I figured out how to tap in and how to kind of do that because of what was going on the night before. So anyways, I'll drop that video later, probably on the website, but that's not the point. So anyways, so come to find out, you know what I'm saying, and this is not going to be a conspiracy video about, like, was it a hoax? Did it really happen? Was it multiple shooters? Were they on the sand dunes adjacent to the auditorium? None of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be that kind of video, you know what I'm saying? And no one knows what happens. Only the people who were there kind of have somewhat of an idea, but we don't know. There are some suspicious circumstances that are surrounding this event, of course. I didn't know that you can open up windows at the Mandalay Bay. I don't know. I never been to the Mandalay Bay. So there's some things, but I'm not trying to have that take away from what I'm going to talk about. I'm more so going to talk about what's going to happen after this tragedy. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Because no matter whether this was some type of psyop, whether the shooter was a plant operative, no matter who dude really was, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know, because we're not dude. He could, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I mean? The fact remains is Las Vegas is never going to be the same after this. So what I'm saying is, it's bad for business to have things like this happen. So whether Las Vegas takes it upon themselves to correct this, or if the powers that be takes it upon themselves to go ahead and implement their plan, it's going to change. And the term, so what I feel in my heart of hearts of what's going to happen moving forward is Las Vegas is going to become the breeding ground for testing all the surveillance technology and all the monitoring and all the data mining technology that is available to man. That's coming. And the reason why I say this is because they're going to make sure that this never happens again. How do they do that? They do it in the name of safety. You know what I'm saying? So, trust me, iris scans are going to be very prevalent. They're probably already out in Vegas like that, but it's going to become commonplace to see it. Facial recognition, they already have it, but it's going to be it's going to be out in the open that this is what's happening. You know what I mean? And Las Vegas being not only a hub where people come around the world, but, you know, keeping it more locally. This is a hub where people come from around the country. So imagine people coming from around the country to one location and getting everything scanned, eye scan, facial recognition, smacked into a database, filed away. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be, you know what I'm saying, handprints, hand and thumbprints to get into your rooms. All this is about to start becoming commonplace. All this is going to be data tracked. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they're going to come or unveil some type of technology to make sure you could not bring any weapons into the vicinity of the Strip. Period. They're not going to let weapons to be allowed in any hotel from now on. That's coming. And the only way they could do that is to have some type of something that scans for that shit, because that's bad for business. So, like I said, even if it's not some type of government operation, even if it's just Las Vegas, they're not going to allow that. The change is going to come. What we see in the movies, like Total Recall and all that, where things are just futuristic and, you know what I mean? This is going to be the start of that. Las Vegas is going to be the start of that. Slowly, it's going to spread across the country. It's going to trickle over into the airports. The airports are already kind of many. It's going to trickle over into the airports. It's going to trickle over into shopping malls. It's going to trickle over into just regular stores. It's going to happen. This is the start of it. You know what I'm saying? This is the start of it. The way that I come to this conclusion by means of Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. What does Zeitgeist mean? Zeitgeist means that when you look back on past events to determine what's happening in the present or future. See? That's what Zeitgeist means. Something to that effect. I mean, you know, I'm paraphrasing. But my whole point is that I've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this before. All in the name of safety. Your civil liberties will be taken away. Things will change. Everything will never be the same. Why? Because ever since Ronald Reagan, I looked at all the presidencies. Ever since Ronald Reagan, George Bush won, there has been major shifts into society and consciousness. So Ronald Reagan, war on drugs. That was in his presidency, changed the game. Okay? Influx of drugs, I should say. Changed the game. George Bush won. Introduces a phrase called New World Order. Ever since that phrase, we've been seeing little steps towards some type of change of world order. Okay? And in George Bush 1's presidency, we had Afghanistan. Right? Okay. Now, after George Bush, we had who? Clinton. We know Clinton was running amok in Somalia. What were they doing out there? Go ahead and do your research on that. And I notice Democrats, when they're in office, they do just as much dirt as the rest of these politricians. You know what I'm saying? But they just make it look okay. That's the only difference. Now, after Clinton, President Clinton, we have who? George Bush Jr. You know what I'm saying? We got Junior. Junior's in office. What happens when Junior's in office? We got 9/11. What is that? 9/11 was the whole pretense of the PNAC documents. What is PNAC? Project for a New American Century. That's pretty much the New World Order. Project for a New American Century. Go ahead, download that, get the PDF, look on page 22, and you will understand exactly what the fuck 9/11 was. All right? Now, all right? So, after that, you got Katrina. More shifts into the conscience and into society. What does all of this bring? It brings on FEMA. It brings on National Security Acts. It brings on Patriot Acts. And all these acts take away everything that was in our civil liberties and our constitutional rights and change the game. And now we have a whole new set of rules. You know what I'm saying? So you're starting to see how all these things start to kind of play into the whole storyline. FEMA, the FEMA coffins, the fucking, what do you call them? Camps and shit. Oh, just in case some shit happens, they're going to be able to come to these camps. Whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make this a conspiracy video. This is not about conspiracy of, oh, the shooter and all that. No, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you, you know what I'm saying, the bigger picture. You know what I mean? So, after George Bush, who you got? You got your boy B.O. Call him Bo. Barack Obama. Y'all didn't peep the dog name was Bo. Yeah, Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? So, he did all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I forgot all the shit he passed. He passed so much manny shit. You know what I'm saying? That had to do with the National Security Act and all these other shits. I mean, so much manny shit. I can't even list the shit that he did. You know what I'm saying? And that's just keeping it extra funky. You know what I mean? And now, you got your boy Orange Man. Okay, Orange Man with the funny toupee. You feel me? Donald Trump, right? You got Donald Trump, and he's the fall guy. When have you ever seen a president act non-presidential, just like your next door neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Just as good as your next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's a joke. He's the clown. He's going to usher in all this technological shit because look at him. He's tweeting. You're getting all your news about what's going on in the country from your commander-in-chief via tweet. What the fuck? And I'm going to tell you about that. That's so out of pocket because as easy as it is to hack something and to get information out of an account, the National Security Act shouldn't even allow the president to tweet. What? Think about it. Think about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. So what I'm saying is, man, looking at the past, you can... Being psychic and predicting shit ain't fucking rocket science. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, all you gotta do is be aware. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, like, look at the shit that's already happened to get a glimpse of what's about to happen. Because it's coming. It's coming. All that shit you see on the movies is on its fucking way. For sure. In the name of fucking safety. That'll never happen in Los Angeles. Nigga, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you already know. Keep them third eyes open. Right? You know what I'm saying? Man, check it out, man. Like, share, subscribe. You already know what it is. Connect them dots, man.